is her moment. This is when she can get some time, some
When
attention.
you really
some
want to
spot-
hurt
some
someone,
spot.
you got nothing else? Like, what else would hurt him? Mushroom dick. I wish he acknowledged that.
Clearly the hand thing was bothering him. Him having small hands.
I wonder if it was bothering him or like one of his aides went to him and said, "Hey, this is hurting your numbers. People think
You have small hands?
Yeah, you have to.
You gotta
talk about
address this somehow.
Yeah.
How do you address small hands?
Well, whatever. I don't even know what that's supposed to do.
I have thin wrists, which is a problem.
Tell me
Because
more.
because when I'm hand fighting someone in jiu-jitsu,
Yeah.
it's easy for them to like grip all
Dude,
of my wrists.
I've got way thinner wrists than anybody I know. I have the same size wrists as an Asian girl I know. And she was like, she has really skinny wrists.
Right.
But yeah, we measured them.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not hard. Like, you just get even a piece of thread or your phone cord.
Yeah.
And you can see how compared to somebody else's.
Yeah.
And it's sad.
Yeah. And it is not like you can't work out your wrist. You can't make your wrist thicker.
Yeah, you can make your forearms bigger, but yeah, if your wrist
No,
is
it all
super
terminates
skinny-
into the wrist.
It's true, man. It's the structure of it.
Yeah, I Googled it once, and the only thing that I could find was a guy saying, well, you can do a lot of strongman activity, and apparently it buffers your wrist. But I'm not going to go find a boulder to lift.
All right, go the other way, though. Having skinny-ass wrists might be beneficial for you for certain things. What if you were, like, great at chopping things, like onions or something? Or the piano, because your hands are so slight. You could just fly them around that
Yeah, but my
keyboard.
hands are not slight. It's just my wrist that's slight. My
You
hands
know,
are
the
big.
whole bone, like, all of it's probably pretty light, you know? You could just fly them around, like Tinkerbell. Like, other things that, wrists, small... Maybe you were, like, great at, like, helping cows give birth by reaching...
Wow.
Who knows, man?
You're really reaching for that one.
No. No, but I'm sure there's some benefits of having
I'm sure.
skinny-ass wrists.
I guess
You
it's
should
a
be.
slight disadvantage. It's a
Should be
slight-
self-conscious. What kind of man are you with your skinny-ass wrists?
Yeah.
Are those wrists or penises? I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean that, dude.
I know you didn't. You're the one who with the small wrists.
I know.
Is that the thing where it's like he sunk the boat just to...
Oh, this is how much I like making fun of people that I will happily make fun of myself. I will hurt me to hurt you, bro. I will hurt me to hurt you every time. I enjoy this.
Yeah. There was a meme that way. I gotta find it. I love it.
So I heard slugs.
I was going there, bro.
Hey, you just told me you have a story about slugs. And
I
I'm
didn't
like,
tell you. I've been holding on to the story for the better part
and
of
there's
a
no
week.
segue to slugs. And we're going to talk about,
Speaking
speaking of slime.
Okay. I feel like you hung out with kids that were more kid-like than I did, right? I feel like I feel like
What were the kids you were around like? They were man-like?
It was like French immersion.
Oh, okay.
They're very proper.
Oh, okay, good.
Okay. I feel like in this scenario, this would go down in your group of friends back in the day,
Oh, man.
high school.
In
Bunch
your
of
head,
kids.
I'm like with the little rascals or something. You got like, kid, you got those hats on with the fans on top.
Exactly what that is. All right. So, group of kids, Australia, I believe. They're hanging out outside, and then there's a slug that's slithering its way on top of this table, this picnic table, whatever.
What?
And then someone dared someone that they would eat it. You dare me to eat it?
Yeah.
And they're like, no, you're not gonna do it. Whatever. Dude ate the slug,
Dang.
right?
Yeah.
And that group is like, yo, that guy's a savage.
Slug eater.
Slug
Ron
eater.
Weasley over here.
Exactly. Reverse Ron Weasley.
Yeah.
And then within a couple months, dude's paralyzed.
No way.
Yeah.
Slug toxins.
There's a worm. There's
Uh-huh.
there's something there's a worm that's called a lungworm, I believe.
I know exactly what you're talking about because I was going to tell you about the top 10 deadliest animals in the world. Dude, that's on there.
So it comes out of rat poop. Okay, it's these lungworms are in rats. And then they
You know the origins of this worm?
yeah, in the lungs of the rat apparently. and then
God.
and then it poops out the lung. I mean, excuse me, the
worm.
The worm.
Right.
Right? And then the slugs eat the rat poop.
Of course.
And then they
Can't help
have
themselves.
the worms inside now. And I
Right.
guess slugs don't poop out the worms, it just now stays in their body.
Until a human eats them.
Until a human eats them. And this kid ate one of them, and was
Wow.
paralyzed for, I think, like 5 years or something.
Yeah.
And just recently died.
Dang, I think it was 8 years.
Was it?
Yeah. Pretty
Okay.
sure it was 8 years. That's insane.
So if you go and watch on YouTube, where they're talking to his friends,
Yeah.
and they're interviewing one of the kids, and they were standing in the area where they went down.
Yeah.
He tells the story something like this. He said, so whoever, the kid who died, he was sitting there and he saw a slug, and he's like, hey, do you guys dare me to eat the slug? And then we were like, no. And then he ate it, and that's the way. And then he finishes that story by saying, and that's how it happened. No, bro. You're the one who pointed at the slug and said, I dare you to eat the slug, you pussy.
Those guys have a coven where they have promised each like blood oath each other. Like, this is how it happened, gentlemen. We know 4 out of 5 of us forced him to do this.
Yeah, exactly what happened. Because it's very rare that a guy would say, do you dare me to eat the slug? Yeah. It's more the alpha of the squad picks on the more weaker one and says, hey, I dare you to eat it. And then the weaker one who wants to gain clout in the group is like, if I do this, I'm going to, they're going to look at me with a little bit more respect or whatever. Yeah. Then that's how it happened. So when that guy said, and that's how that happened, I was like, well, immediately when he said it, I was like, you are a fucking liar.
It's true, man. You're absolutely right. Sometimes I go like, you know what? It could have not. No. Exactly. Somebody challenged him and then called him like something not good.
Yep.
And that's never gonna end well. But that's the kind of shit boys do.
That is true.
That is totally. I've been dared to jump off of something that I didn't want to jump off of. I jumped off of it.
Yeah.
I was fine.
Right.
But still, I was like, oh no, I'm jumping off the top of a cupboard onto the concrete floor.
Was this your... Okay.
This was at school.
Was this your brother?
No. Well, Mary and I didn't do too much like that. But yeah, this is a classic boy kind of thing to do. Are we going to turn off this fridge?
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Well, Yasin goes to turn off the fridge. Here, Yasin, is your refrigerator running? Sorry, man. Welcome back.
Yeah, thanks. All right.
You never been like...
No, I've never been in a...
challenge.
I don't even remember being in a group that would dare you
to... going to stop there. I've never been in a group side.
That ever dared me to do any of those things.
Yeah.
I don't, it wasn't a dynamic of it. And the thing is, that was especially like when I was younger, I was not that popular. Right? So
it has nothing to do with popularity.
Well, you get picked on. You'd be like, yo, I dare you to do this. You know, because he's crazy.
Exactly. Yeah. You're unpopular, so you get dared to do things. As the unpopular kid...
I guess so. I don't know.
I switched multiple schools in high school.
You got like different looks.
Yeah. I didn't know anybody almost ever, right? Other than tennis, but that's because you're traveling together.
Yeah.
So yeah, level of popularity and getting picked on. Dude, I was like the smallest kid in an all-black school.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's tough.
Getting picked on was hard. Like, everybody's trying to prove something, and it's easy to prove something on me. You seen these wrists? I've been telling you, man. But yeah, sometimes you'd be like, yeah, I'll jump off of something.
Right.
I saw a kid get dared to get in a fight with somebody and got in a fight off a dare.
Yeah. Okay, now that I'm thinking about that. Yeah, that's happened a fair bit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I saw one kid get pushed into another kid, and those two kids had to fight. Just got pushed. That could happen to anybody.
Yeah, but like the kid who got pushed, was he...
So one guy was a bully, and he was like making fun of this kid, yelling at him and stuff, and then he turned around. Yeah. So somebody pushed the kid who was getting bullied onto the bully. So and as soon as that happened, it's like, oh no. And the bully's like, what? And the kid's like,
gotta throw hands now.
Yeah. Those are crazy.
Man, that sucks.
Yeah, violence is crazy.
That's why I love the Monte Cristo story. Such a happy
Cristo
story for people who get picked on.
What is that?
You know the Count of Monte Cristo?
No.
Okay, so
sorry, I don't. I've heard about it like 1,000 million times.
Okay, so essentially, it's this guy who's illiterate or something along those lines, and he's getting married to this very beautiful girl, right?
Yeah, and this is by Alexander Dumas, right?
Yes. Okay. Yeah. And then there's some guy, some high official, like royalty or whatever. Mm-hmm. He's like, why does this guy get to marry that hot girl?
Right.
I want to marry her.
Yeah.
So he like makes up some bogus charge on him for treason or whatever it is, and they just scoop him up and they put him in a prison on an island in somewhere.
Whoa.
And that particular prison is kind of reserved for people that the state or the royalty or whatever at that time, they didn't know what to do with them, but they got them in places it's essentially a place where you put people and you forget about them. It's not like they want you eventually will like serve time and come back out or whatnot. This is you go there to die. And so he was there, and he's in jail, and eventually like the other guy, you know, goes up to his fiance and like, you know, this is horrible. I'm going to try everything to get him back. And then a couple of years later, or whatever it is, I tried everything. I couldn't get it, but you know, let's get married. And so she got married to him. And the guy who was wrongfully put in jail.
You heard about this?
No. He, you know, goes through his mind trying to figure out why was he placed in jail, because he never saw the rich guy put him in jail. It wasn't like that. It was just some other people brought him, you know, and took him away. So he kind of like put the two and two together. He meets another guy who's a scholar or some sort that's in the cell beside him, and he's been tunneling. Whoa. And he went and he tunneled the wrong direction, and he found himself into the cell of the wrongly accused. Anyway, so now they form an alliance, and he teaches him how to read. So now he's no longer illiterate, and now he's coming up with this plan of revenge. I'm going to get out of here, and I'm going to go and kill this mother.
Yeah. With my newfound love of reading.
Yeah, and all those other things, right? And eventually he gets out. And that scholar guy, he knew, or he had a map of a treasure that was forgotten on an island. And so before he goes and does the revenge thing, he goes to that island and then finds the lost treasure. It's like gold coins. It's like Scrooge McDuck type situations. It's gold on gold on gold. Yeah. So much money that he puts it on. He puts some of it on a chariot, and they're going somewhere. And he's like, "I'm gonna buy your house." And the guy's like, "What are you talking about?" It's like an estate, right? It's not even a house. It's like an estate, huge mansion. And he's like, "No way!" And then he just like opens the trunk or whatever. Yeah. He's like, "Here, look at all this money." And the guy's like, "All right, cool, take it all." And then he builds himself as part of the royalty of this area, and finds a way. Like his plan is to like take everything away from this dude, slowly, bit by bit. Yeah. And then all the way until the end, where he finally reveals that it is I who like took everything away from you. Yeah. That's the story of, like, it's the most badass revenge story ever. I freaking love that movie. You should probably read the book.
This whole time you've been explaining a movie to me?
Yeah.
That hits me so differently because I thought you were explaining a book to me this whole time. So I'm like, it's written by this guy. I'm like, I guess it is.
Yeah, classic. But
all right, cool.
Yeah, it's great.
Good though. When was this movie made? It's like in the 80s?
No. I think in the 2000s actually, or in the 90s. Hold on,
it's a classic book though.
It is a classic book, and as far as I'm concerned, wonderful movie.
Wonderful, ladies and gentlemen.
It was great. Finale maybe not so great, but
finale maybe not so.
You know, that third act.
Unlike that Twilight third act, strong.
I don't know what to say to that, bro.
Well, the second was so weak.
7.8 on IMDb and 78% on Rotten Tomatoes, people. So
not bad.
That's right. Jim Caviezel? This guy.
Yep, Jim Caviezel.
He's the one who did the Passion of Christ. He was Christ.
Did you watch The Passion of the Christ?
Yes, I did.
I didn't see The Passion of the Christ.
2002, The Count of Monte Cristo.
How was Passion of the Christ?
Freaking good. Sorry, hold on one second. Luis Guzman was in that movie, by the way.
Of course he was. Luis Guzman. He's an angry looking dude. I love that guy. He made a career out of his face.
Yeah, and really funny.
Yeah.
He's really funny in this movie, too.
Some basic acting. Why not?
Why not indeed. This is like Waterworld, Robin Hood. This is the director. Red Dawn. This is Tristan. Yeah, the director put in some good work too. So this is back in 2002. One of my favorite movies, man.
Count of Monte Cristo.
Yeah, check that out, people. It's worthwhile. It's super.
It's worthwhile, man.
Right. Sometimes you want a good revenge movie.
Yeah, I don't know that many good revenge movies, but that's a solid one from what I can tell.
You don't have a favorite revenge movie?
I probably do and don't realize it's a revenge movie.
Lucky Number 11.
That's a good revenge movie.
Freaking love that movie.
It's a great revenge movie. I love the way it's shot. It's whimsical.
Yes.
It's whimsical.
Yeah, and the fantastic Lucy Liu is in that movie. She's amazing.
Yeah, and friggin' Gandhi's in it.
Yeah, and what's it called? The black guy who plays God.
Wow, you're just gonna say that? You're gonna Samuel? I can't. I'm like, is it Morgan Freeman or Samuel L. Jackson?
Morgan Freeman.
It's Morgan Freeman. Right? It is Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman, and then Bruce Willis is in that movie as well.
And then the main actor, Josh Hartnett.
Yeah.
Right? That guy disappeared.
Yeah, he did.
He did Black Hawk Down.
No,
he did that.
He's in Penny Dreadful.
Is it a show?
Penny Dreadful.
Okay. Because I'm like, where have you been, bro? You were in movies.
Yeah. I mean, he's definitely not as big as he used to be. That is a crazy revenge.
Yeah, Lucky Number 11, very underrated.
I like that. You both took everything away from me.
Don't ruin it, Yasin. This isn't the Count of Monte Cristo. If somebody didn't catch that, I'm like, yeah, it's been out for 100 years.
Yeah, but
it's
like,
on you.
Slevin has been out in like 2000, like still before.
But yeah,
2010.
it didn't really. A lot of people didn't know about it for some reason.
So you think there's more of a chance that people will pick up that? Well, there's a lot more star power in that movie.
Yeah,
man, you should watch that.
Oh yeah,
both watch those movies.
Oh, I definitely.
Both of those movies.
If we're gonna do a poll right now, more people watching Lucky Number 11 than Count of Monte Cristo.
Yes, but that is not correct.
It shouldn't. No, I'm not saying one is way. I'm sure Count of Monte Cristo is amazing. Every single bit as amazing as you said.
It is. It is.
See?
It definitely is. But Lucky Number 11, I have an affinity for revenge movies, actually, from when, because Shawshank Redemption.
That's not really a revenge movie.
His freedom is of his... Yeah, I guess so.
Well,
it's
then
like
everything
more,
is a revenge movie.
Yeah, yeah.
You're like, our love is a revenge. You know, like...
All right, fair enough. Fair enough. That's not a revenge
Land
movie.
Before Time is a revenge movie.
Lion King.
Lion King is a revenge movie.
Yeah, he kills his uncle.
It turned out to be a revenge movie. He didn't have to kill him at the end. But Uncle kind of made him kill him. So.
Yeah. No, he didn't kill the uncle. Basically what happened was
the hyenas...
The hyenas killed him, yeah.
I feel like...
No, dude. Revenge moments. Best revenge moment. Okay?
Yeah.
Here it is.
When Harry kills Voldemort.
No, whatever, man. I didn't even feel that crazy about it. Maybe I gotta rewatch. Maybe I gotta rewatch it. I like when because that's what Harry was supposed to do. He's supposed to kill Voldemort.
That's true.
That was an inevitability.
Voldemort
that was
killed his
gonna
mama.
happen.
This is
exactly. That's it. No,
that's it?
Revenge moment.
Okay.
Remember Saving Private Ryan?
Yes.
Right? No, this wasn't a revenge movie. That was a coward. That wasn't a revenge thing. That was a coward moment. Remember that part at the very end when they have their final stand,
yeah.
Right? And the guy, he does. The guy puts a knife through the dude's throat.
Him, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Really slowly.
Yeah.
Man, that was a freaking brutal thing. And then he gets up. The guy who's running the bullets, who's supposed to be on the good side,
right?
Just doesn't do anything. Just sits there on the staircase and just cowers as the guy walks past
those
them.
people are there. Those people exist.
Oh my god!
Oh, in war, crazy.
I wonder what type of person I would be.
Exactly. I'm like, you can't even. I wouldn't even know.
I wouldn't even know.
I don't know how I'd be in that situation. Maybe I'd be great. Maybe I'd be horrible.
Yeah.
Maybe I'd just start crying.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about, because the thing is that it's very clear how you want to react in that.
Yeah.
You take a knife and you stab him in the artery.
I think I'd be fine. You know why? Because I imagine it in my head constantly, every day, all the time at work. It's like, oh, I wish I was in a freaking.
I don't wish war zone. I wish zombie apocalypse.
I get
a lot of apocalypse.
I wish like a rogue person in here with a knife every now and then.
Really?
Like, yeah.
Yeah, no.
Depends on how bored you are, bro.
No, I definitely mentally plan for the apocalypse a fair bit.
Jeez.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's fun because we're at this age.
It's right down to, hey, you're running out of contact lenses. You only have 2 pairs left. So if the world ended right now, you only have 2 months worth of wearing that one set of contacts, and after that,
glasses.
It's a problem. Glasses break.
Dude, I bet you...
Glasses fall off your face.
If there was an apocalypse... Yeah. If you have bad vision, which is most of us...
Yeah.
Oh, easy prey.
Easy prey.
Not
only that, we can't see prey.
Yeah. Especially when it rains. Can't see through the drops and shit.
At nighttime, every light is like 4 times bigger.
Every community would have to have like a seer. You know? Some guy with 20/20 sits on top of a tower.
Yeah. Fair.
That'd be a very important.
Or that would just be a lookout. That just
With the binocular?
He wouldn't recall him. He wouldn't call him like he is a seer.
I feel like if a zombie apocalypse, everybody with a trade gets what are you? I'm a sower. You know, like all right. You know
a what? You're a what?
Sower. He
okay.
sows well.
I heard Massor.
Oh, what would he do?
Right.
That would be my sower.
Like
That's my sower.
listen. Fighting the apocalypse is tough on your muscles. I come here, I massage you, make sure that you're nice and limber.
Yeah.
For you to be able.
What would
to
be
fight.
like top 5 professions in apocalypse times? We're trying to rebuild a community. Hunters,
For sure.
for sure.
Okay. We someone who knows how to build stuff like houses and things. like
Right, that's important.
Yeah.
A handyman.
that. Yeah, for sure.
With
I don't
a
know.
guy.
I think it'd be better more than just a handyman. He's got to be a guy who knows how to build house, like a builder. A handyman is just like, hey, look, there's a gasket that's gone on this faucet.
Yeah.
Can you change that?
Yeah.
That's really low.
We
on
have
the-
2 different handymans. Like Abraham Lincoln built his log cabin.
Yeah.
That's a handyman. But he built a cabin. Right?
True, but like
I know
back
you're an
then-
engineer.
No, no.
Stop it.
No,
All
I'm
right?
just
You'll be
saying-
fine. I'll take care of you as the hunter.
just what I'm trying to get at is that a handyman back in those days
Right.
was a guy who could build a house.
Right.
A handyman now is
Yeah.
is a guy who knows how to replace a faucet.
We called him a handyman because our sliding doors wouldn't slide no more. You know, it's a different handyman.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. He doesn't hit top 5. Do
No,
you say
he
top 5
doesn't.
or top 10?
Top 5.
Let's do top 5. It's easier. All right. A
That's
guy.
why that's why I'm saying you should say builder. You know, seer, builder, right? You gotta have general.
What do you sound like it's
The movie
like,
Push.
Oh no, I was I was thinking of like like Hunger Games or like that other one where he's like this guy's at this. What's the other one? Divergent.
Divergent.
Anyway.
Good book.
All right, cool. Okay, so we have Hunter. That's probably number 1.
Yes.
Then we have
Medical staff would be number 2.
medical, yeah,
Yeah,
like
something.
doctors or whatnot. I like how you call them medical staff. You
Medical
went from
staff.
like seer to like medical staff.
That seemed pretty general. But yeah, healers. Sure, why not? Why
No,
not?
fucking doctor, dude, stop doing this.
Okay.
Okay, and then after that is a builder. Okay, so those are the 3. Is a soldier equal to a hunter?
Yeah,
it's two different things.
I think
man.
it depends on what you're hunting, right? Maybe a soldier's more about the sneaky, being all.
No, like a guy who knows how to kill humans.
I guess I don't know about your apocalypse, bro. And I need to know about the criteria of your apocalypse.
No, it's just the world is on fire and everyone's out to get like to fend for themselves.
I see. Yeah, I guess
you would need
anybody
some
who's-
strong men.
You would need somebody who can handle themselves.
Right.
I don't know if I need a soldier
muscler?
in particular. Yeah,
Like,
I need a goon.
what's your terminology?
Yeah. I need a goon, and I probably would want like a.
You need a squad. You need a squad of goons. Okay, so that's
And I
4.
need a teacher. I need like a librarian, somebody who can tell me some MacGyver stuff every now and then.
I like how you went. I need a teacher and or librarian.
Yeah.
Teacher, show me how to do things. Point me to a book.
I'll even take somebody who's listened to a lot of podcasts. I just need somebody with general knowledge. We're like, hey,
The problem is that
can we drink this?
the problem is that if a guy came up to you or us and said, "Listen, I'm going to be your teacher. I've listened to a lot of podcasts." Immediately, both of us would be like, "Yo, what did you listen to?" Wait, no, hold on. We wouldn't take him
Yeah.
face value. You'd be like, "How much Radio Lab have you
That's what I'm
listened to?"
saying. But
Or-
like, if I don't have a librarian, then I gotta listen to this guy if he's listening to more Radiolab than me. All right.
okay, so that's not too bad. That's a good list.
I think that's a decent list.
Hunter, builder, medical staff, as you
Yeah.
called it,
It'll be good. Like a
goon,
yeah,
and
but,
a teacher.
But like a horticulturist would be great. Like a farmer, right?
Oh wow!
Or somebody who can tell you how to forage.
Farmer should be in top 5. So we
Yeah,
gotta
I'll
take
take
one
the
out.
soldier out for the farmer.
Really?
I can
No,
get my
I just-
hunter to do things, man.
No.
I can just talk to him for a while. Like, hey, man, I need
If you
to-
have all of those skills,
Yeah.
and you're doing all of those things, you are just doing it for the guy with the biggest gun.
huh?
Okay.
Yeah.
You have all of these things.
Right.
Right. You have a little community, you have a doctor, you have all of the top 5 there.
Right.
If you don't have a bunch of goons,
Right.
all of your planting, your
Mm-hmm.
medicine, all of that, and your teaching, all of that you've done is for the other guys who have a bigger gun. Because
Right.
they come
in
in
your
and they
post-apocalyptic
steal
era,
everything.
there's raiders.
Yeah,
right?
for sure, 100%.
Yeah, fine. Then this is going to be a horrible apocalypse now.
No, we
right?
need goons. I'm just saying
We're
goons
going to have
will
a lot
to
of
be in the top
goons. I've seen this movie.
5. Which one?
I don't like the goon-dominated ones, but that's what's going to happen in a post-apocalyptic area.
Yeah. Post-apocalyptic movies are one of my favorites too.
Yeah, my least favorite movies to talk about, because you have to say post-apocalyptic. It's not easy.
Book of Eli?
Yeah, good one.
Dude, anytime something goes off,
Yeah.
a dude's like, I'm gonna go rape a woman.
Whoa.
That is like, if you watch that movie,
Yeah.
when things go down,
Right.
there's always a guy that goes, I'm gonna target a woman.
Yeah.
It is horrible.
It is horrible.
It is bad.
Yeah.
Even in that one point where it was very powerful when he's making his way through the desert, and some raiders like attack this couple.
Yeah.
And things are happening. You don't see it, but you hear it. And Eli, I think that's his name, right? Eli? No, it's not.
I'm not sure, but could be.
Yeah. Or, Denzel.
Yeah,
Den-
thank you.
Denzel saying something along the lines, like he's doing a prayer. It's like, just not my concern. I can't do anything about this. Let's wait until it's done. Then I can continue on. Wow. Man, that was a great movie.
That was an excellent movie. It's not. It was a lot deeper than I thought it would be too.
Yeah.
Well done. Open the Bible. I don't want to ruin it.
That was the last Bible.
Yeah.
But they already had a Quran.
Yeah.
You see at the very end?
It should have been like. They should have been satisfied. We could have had it all if they didn't find that last
You
one.
had version 2.0.
Yeah.
Like, literally, the upgraded version's already there.
Times.
Man. How long do we want to wait for that silence, bro?
Oh, I'm gonna look at you. I got happy. I was like, I want to see what Yasin says next.
No, that's it. That's the planning that I go through in my regular day-to-day life. That's why I normally buy 2 packs of contact lenses, just to bring that back all the way.
Man, I forgot all about that.
I buy enough contact lenses that will at least hopefully have about a year for me to be able to figure
So the
things
way
out.
I buy contact lenses is I look every year at how much my insurance will let me buy, and I will hoard them as long as humanly possible.
Wow.
Yeah.
You have an insurance coverage for contact lenses.
Yes, my work benefits.
That's awesome.
Don't you?
No, they only cover glasses like once every other year, I believe.
Really interesting. Yeah, we used to have that. Then we talked to our HR team. And we were like, "Hey, we need to get more thing," and they gave us a bit more here.
Bitch, I'm trying to see.
Yeah, listen, I actually had a conversation with them to add therapy to like the thing. Like, you should offer therapy as a benefit.
They do. Most places have like an
Yeah,
ombuds.
not everybody does. So ours wasn't. And
No, I think that's the law.
Oh, you don't want to go with like just regular Ontario therapy, but like we didn't have any added. Like if I wanted to go see a therapist of my choice, I couldn't get that through benefits. I could go through the government of Ontario and get hooked up through a phone number with the therapist that I can have phone conversations with.
Right.
But that's a little bit different.
That's true. That being said, on the point of like with regards to that, some people should, like, people who haven't started, they don't know what it is. It's a great entry point. Like go for the easy thing. So a lot of companies, I'm pretty sure this is a law, by the way. A lot of companies have sort of like a program where, if you're overwhelmed or things are going on at home or whatever the case may be in your personal life, there's a phone number that work will provide you that will connect you to a social service, and then they will hear what your complaint is or what your deal is, and then they will hook you up with a therapist, and then you can communicate with that therapist via phone or via like video calling. So that's great. A lot of times people that's a good entry point into therapy.
Yeah.
So you can get an idea of what it's like, what type of how that conversation is, and at the very least, you get to talk to someone and know that either this type of person is not for me, or this type of you'll get an idea of what's good for you.
And it's
So definitely
affordable and
should.
free. So like, what do you have
It's
to
free.
lose?
Yeah.
Like you probably spend 20 minutes setting this up, and you get to maybe have a therapist that helps you a lot. Or at the very least, you're like, hey, I don't like talking to people, and you're like, that's checked off,
Yeah.
and you go off to the next thing.
I feel like as a human, there's no reason not to like
some
therapy.
people don't like therapy at all.
No, I understand that.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's, in my personal opinion,
Yeah.
it's like that's something that should be, that you gotta work through, because like communication is a human endeavor.
Interesting.
It's
true.
And so I'm not saying that everyone should go to therapy. Everyone finds different ways to do therapy, but I mean, like communicating with someone how you feel, and then having someone help you work through and organize your thoughts. At the very least, I feel like it's better for the majority of humans that live.
Definitely. If you can connect with a person on an emotional level and figure out what's wrong with you, Highly recommend.
Yeah. Well, I don't connect with my therapy on an emotional level. It's just
Really?
It's a human person.
See, for me, I need to connect with them on an emotional level. It's a human person.
For me, it's just the fact that like this is one person that I can tell them everything about me.
Yeah.
And I don't have to worry about like how this person is going to see me, judge me. I don't have to worry about like religious.
Do you care about the background of your therapist, like what they've been through, not just their educational stuff, but their life?
No.
Yeah, see, I care deeply about that. Because I can't, like, for me, if you're educated and stuff, cool. I want to know if you've had some life experiences. I want to know if this is your first time being a therapist. I'm not saying that you're bad at
different.
This.
Right, background and like length of experience.
I don't even mean like educational background. I mean literally like how much life have you lived.
Right.
For me is important.
Right. Well, mine's old, so
that's good. I'm not saying yours is shitty. I'm just saying.
No. I mean to say is that what I mean to say is that like I didn't need to know her background and what life she lived.
Yeah.
For me to know that I was getting good advice, just because like she's been doing this for a very, very long time.
Yeah.
And then for me, that was enough.
That makes sense. For me, it was weird because I'm like, how are you going to... Because I saw 5 before, and I was like, I don't know. I was like, if you've never been anything like this and you just talk to a lot of people...
Yeah.
And I fully believe that it's better to have help than not, but I was like, I'd rather have somebody that's like done something like this or has an experience like this, whatever it is. If, you know, you have a problem with... It just made it a lot easier to relate. Honestly, it felt like I can start the conversation off from where this person already could kind of understand it from my point of view, my prism, because they've been through a very similar situation. So that was like the cool thing I liked about my guy, was that, yeah, he's just like yours, very old. But yeah, he's seen some shit. And I was like, all right, good.
How well versed is he in you being a Muslim?
He has Muslim patients. Mm-hmm. I didn't feel like my problems were Muslim related.
Okay.
And I still don't. So sometimes it's very important I feel like it's important for him to know like my family dynamic or something like that so he can understand culturally.
Yeah.
That's one thing. Or let's say if I was, there's a lot of situations, but no, it hasn't really come up as a barrier or even an obstacle like, oh, this is too much work for me to explain this to you because you're not Muslim. Yeah. It just hasn't happened yet. I actually don't know the religion of my therapist. So it just hasn't come up.
Yeah, for me too. The only thing is that every once in a while you got to take a moment and be like, all right, so this is how it is.
Yeah.
And you explain it to them.
Yeah.
And then they get it. They can understand because for me, it's just it's the culmination of the vast amount of people they've spoken to over the course of their career that when I tell them, let me fill in the blank on this so that you understand context, they can go, I understand what that is. Yeah. Continue on. That's all I need. Right. If I feel like I have to do 4 sentences longer than, like, by the time, like, I feel like you should have got it by now and I'm still talking about this. Yeah. This feels like I'm therapizing you. Like I'm informing you of something. You should you should have already got it by now.
Yeah.
So I guess that'd be something that would be worthwhile. Yeah. Personally speaking, I don't think that your therapist needs to be Muslim for them to be able to give you good life advice. It's hard
to find a ton of Muslim therapists too. There's only so many of them.
That's true. And you know what? The thing is that in the back of my head, if it was a therapist and I knew like they went to like the same mosque or something, I ain't telling them shit.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not telling them
nah,
shit. There is like I'm no way. I mean, I know they might be 100% professional and they wouldn't say anything to anyone or whatever the case may be. But like I've hung around people who are therapists.
Yeah.
I've heard shit I'm not supposed to hear.
That's not good.
No, it's not. But at the same time, I understand.
Right.
Like it's not like exactly. So I want a guy that like when you look at him in LinkedIn, it says 6th. Like it's so far away removed from me.
True.
Like that's exactly what that is. Mine lives not even in she splits her time. Sometime here, and then the rest of it she's in I forgot where, somewhere in the United States.
My therapist is an engineer by education.
Oh man, that'd be fun to talk to.
Yeah, and he was an engineer for a long time, and then he became a therapist afterwards.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool because I can kind of see how his brain works, like the way he asks questions.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, you're like, what'd you do before this? Like, I was an engineer for 8 years. Like, oh, okay.
Wait, that's the way I think.
Yeah, no,
it's a very specific way of thinking too.
It's easy to explain it generally things to engineers, I find.
Yeah.
You know, like certain professions you communicate them in a certain way.
Yeah. Yeah. My emails have now become more and more point form as time has gone on. I can't be bothered. Like the only time that I put up the only time that I put up a message that has like an introductory thing and then hello, hope you blah 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 is when I'm trying to buy favor.
Yeah.
You know, for the rest of the time when I need you to do some shit, it is point form. This, dates. Thank you very much.
That's true.
Off you go.
You probably don't even say hi in those. You're like, this is what I need done. Let me know if something slows you down. Come.
Yeah, no.
You need a
point
day
form's the
off.
way to go.
Hello, Janice. It's Yasin. Hope you're doing well today.
Very close to the weekend. Hopefully.
Yeah. Hope you have a great weekend. I know the weather's getting cold out there. Anyways, take care of yourself. Bye. I don't know why the inflection is like this.
Okay, bye.
That's how, when I type emails asking for things, that's how I...
Yeah, it's like with the upwards
Yeah, man.
thing.
I think it's called up talk.
It definitely is.
It definitely is.
Speaking of up talk.
Up talk.
So on...
What's up talk?
It's when you talk
I'm
like
kidding.
it is.
It's a what's up doc kind of joke, but...
You got mad at me for the... Like a paw in the...
Hey, man.
Sometimes
you got your paw. I can have a what's up doc.
What was I saying? I went to Bitmaker.
Yeah.
On Friday.
Okay. On Spadina in Toronto.
Yes.
Cool.
And it was a cool selection of people who came in. It was a workshop for digital marketing.
Okay.
So just, learning that digital marketing. But essentially what it was, this workshop is kind of sort of like a trailer, if you will, because they want you to sign up for the 6-week course that's like 2 Gs. And the instructor was pretty interesting. He has a couple of good stories, but there was a guy in the class who was a Russian guy, and there was immediately an angry vibe with this guy.
Oh man,
I was
enjoying this.
When I walked in, I sat down right beside, like close to another guy.
Yeah.
I immediately had a really quick conversation with him, and then the thing started. But like I saw that the Russian guy walk in, and as he was walking in, I was like, it's this weird vibe coming in from that guy. And every time he would ask a question, he would ask the question in the fact that like he's angry that he doesn't have the answer. Right. So when he's asking the question, he's like, yes, but I've tried this and it doesn't work. So, can you tell us a little bit more about, like, now it's almost sounding like an accusatory thing. That's to the instructor. The instructor just started talking within like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Right. He gave the very first thing was like, an exercise where we're supposed to figure out new ways for an established company in Canada to make money. And so we had our ideas, they had their ideas. They split the group in half. When it came to us to present, we presented nothing big. And then when it went to this guy.
Yeah.
So no one on their side, you know how it is like in the beginning, when you have a group, if it's a very strong type A person, he will stand up and you'll start talking, or she will stand up and start talking. But like if people are still trying to feel themselves out, specifically for me, because I'm like, I don't know how smart or dumb my group is. I feel like I'm pretty smart, but I don't want to start saying some shit. And there's another one over here who's like CEO of 2 different companies, and he just shits on me, right? So I feel like let me just feel the vibe. That guy with reckless abandon starts talking. He doesn't even there was a bunch of ideas that his group had.
Yeah.
He did some of them, but then he went directly on his specific tactics, on what he's tried to do for his company. Doesn't care about the activity at all. He starts talking about how he's using WhatsApp and Viber and this, and he's trying to get information and data, and he's trying to mine that so that he would be able to like target them further on down the road. He kept going, and the instructor, he was trying to find a spot for him to interject so that he could be like, I gave you this activity so that, here's the main pitfall, blah, 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 let me teach you, right?
He wasn't being strong about it. Not Russian strong. Like, he thought he was being strong, but the Russian guy's like, no.
He just kept going. He had no in. Oh, man. So he just kind of waited, and then eventually he put 2 thumbs up. He's like, no, really, those are really good ideas. No, hold on. But really, those are good ideas.
Oh my god!
Definitely, they're all. And then he had kind of like for the rest of the time, for the rest of the hour and a half, the instructor wasn't trying to ignore him, but at the same time he was wary.
Right. He would just he didn't want to set this guy off again.
And so there was another point where he started talking, and now this Russian guy came up with another question. Angry again.
Right.
Right. And this time he's using Russian turn of phrases translated in English.
I like that.
Right? So he went something along the lines of this. He said, "No, but you see, this strategy won't work. I'm sorry to say, but this is like selling to cats and dogs. I'm sorry to say. I don't know what you're saying." When he kept on going, and then when he was done his question, the instructor looked around to the class and said, "Can someone explain to me what he's saying? I can't understand." Like that clearly.
Wow.
And then now it turned into like a workshop of trying to translate what this Russian guy is saying.
Jeez.
So there was like 3 or 4 guys were saying like, "No, what he means is blah, 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 blah." The workshop could have been better.
That doesn't sound good at all.
No.
I blame the instructor and the Russian guy.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
But the thing is that I did learn a couple things that were notable. So it is what it is. You
I
take
learned
the good.
it's hard to sell to cat. Like something like that.
It wasn't a pet thing. It was just his turn of phrase. No one understood what he was saying.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
We have an Indian guy on our team that was doing that for the long. He's from India, and he would do like Indian proverbs of sorts. And then he would be like, "The stream, you can think about it, but you can't drink it." Like I can drink a stream, like a bit. I don't even. You do this constantly in meetings,
Right.
and people would be like, "Yes." I'd be like, "What?" But
Some interesting people out there.
foreigners, they're great. You know, they bring us
Especially
over
like
there.
strong-willed foreigners.
Yeah.
This Russian guy was wearing a sweater vest.
See.
Like he didn't look like his vibe didn't match his outfit.
A sweater vest seems like a soft thing to wear.
Yeah,
Very soft.
I had plenty.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. I wasn't insinuating. But it is a soft thing to wear, a sweater vest.
For people who don't know,
Yeah, that's like somebody who went to some sort of boarding school.
in 2008.
Yep.
when-
Yasin was like the Superman of sweater vests. He had like 9 sweater vests.
I shot 2 events. One missed, and another one it was an Islamic relief.
And they were both the same day, 2 sweater vests. This guy doesn't care. He will pack
it was
sweater
the
vests in
same-
his trunk. His sweater vests are reversible, so he can wear the same one twice.
Say he didn't know my name. He just knew me as a photographer at these 2 events.
He was wearing a leather sweater vest.
It wasn't leather.
And it had like zips around the sleeves of the sweater vest, so you can zip on sleeves.
So, say for him to greet me would just yell out, "Hey, sweater vest!"
Hey, everybody's got a calling card.
And that's how I met you.
Yeah, man. I'm glad we met. I'm glad you wore those sweater vests.
Yeah.
That way I was like, oh, I know that guy.
Man, that was an end of an era. Right after that year, my sweater vest counts went down.
I thought I did that by making fun of you, by just pointing it out to you that you wear a lot of these. I thought, did I stop him from wearing sweater vests?
No, I still have 2 that I
See?
like. I have a nice red one, but like I think the time is gone now. It's no longer
Time's gone.
It's no longer the look.
It's definitely not the look, my friend.
It was the look back then.
It was. Dude, looks, you're young, you feel like this is a look, I like this look, and you don't realize looks go in and out all the time.
Well,
You don't know if you're falling in love with something on the tail end of it, or, or like the peak of it, but like a lot of donkeys are wearing, like a lot of jackasses are wearing the same thing. You don't know. He's like, yeah,
it's funny how donkey sounds worse than jackass now.
That's true.
Yeah.
Like a lot of bracelets, that says something about you.
So like leather.
Right?
It's leather with beads.
I see leather guys with leather pants. The guys with yoga pants, that says something to me.
What does a guy with yoga pants says to you?
It says we're not gonna be friends ever. Like that's number 1.
Wait. All right. First of all, are these like these are tight yoga pants?
Yeah, these are
Or-
tight.
oh,
I'm
you're
at
talking
the gym and some dudes wear like tight yoga pants.
Yeah, we're not gonna be friends.
You see guys with like super tight jeans.
Yeah.
I'm still okay. I get it.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's what's happening.
Right.
Super tight yoga pants.
Yeah, it's a
Like
problem.
you can see everything when they walk around. I was like, bro.
I feel like it's done something to me.
Yeah.
You
Like,
know?
I can't turn that off. Right? That's a channel I can't change now.
It is a problem. There is a guy at the local gym.
Yeah.
Not only does he wear yoga pants, but they've got like pink and purple flowers on them.
Right. That guy. That's who I'm talking about. That guy.
And it's way too tight.
Yeah.
Also, his shirt doesn't meet his pants.
Oh yeah?
It rides up a little bit,
Okay.
so like you get to see his belly.
That was a look. Like the the shirt would end around the solar plexus,
Yeah, isn't that
so you
like in
can
the
see their
70s?
abs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they had abs.
Right.
This dude didn't have abs.
No.
And, you know, everyone should be comfortable in their own skin.
No, I don't think so. That's just my personal opinion. I feel like some people should watch themselves like, hey, I look like I don't know what to say. I know we're supposed to be accepting to everybody, but not everybody should be wearing everything.
Yeah.
Like we should be. Honestly, it's a lot like driving the car with your windows all the way down and you have a really loud sound system. Be somewhat conscious of where you are, right? If I get to a stop sign, maybe I turn it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. I'm not saying don't live your life. Play your music. But like, I feel like when somebody's doesn't have a certain body for something, they're camping with me. And they're blasting their music in nature. And I can't get away, and this isn't what I come here for. And that's how I feel.
Yeah, it's the flowers that gets me.
It's the flowers that get you, yeah.
It's I can't not look away. It is a weird situation. I have no idea. It's just it's an assault on my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And then in my head, I'm constantly going through like, why do I feel this way? Why am I uncomfortable?
Right.
You know,
Exactly.
am I
What's wrong with me?
exactly what's wrong with me?
Yeah.
Like, you
Am
know,
I a jerk?
exactly. And it's not like I've gotten to a conclusion of any sort.
Mm-hmm.
It's just I think that's the problem. I've never gotten to a conclusion.
No, I
I
haven't.
just feel weird.
I want to actually talk to somebody wearing, and maybe that'll help me. Like, hey, so you're wearing what you're wearing,
Yeah.
and it's bothering the shit out of me, and I don't know why. So, like, no judgment on you or me.
Yeah.
But can you tell me why you bought those? You know? Because I always see them at the store, like these clothes, and I'm like, who would buy those? And I see you, and I need to know, why did you? Or you're like, hey, no one else is wearing this? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Because it's bugging me.
But you can't even talk to them.
You can't talk to them.
That would be.
I feel like if somebody dresses that way, it's not somebody that I can necessarily connect with. I don't even know.
Man, that would be an interesting conversation, though.
I think I could do it.
It's tough, bro.
Yeah?
You can't just go up to someone in the gym and be
I
like, why
know.
are you currently wearing the like? You would have to meet the same person
Right.
in another setting when they're not wearing that set of clothes.
Compliment them on their current clothes.
Yes. And then be like, hey, by the way, do you go to Platinum Fitness?
Mm-hmm.
Planet Fitness? Oh, you do. Hey, by the way, just a real quick question. There you go.
Your
It is-
flower pants.
it is way too much of a. You just need to shut up and take
I
it.
wonder, man. It depends on their size, too. Hey, if they're smaller than me, maybe I can definitely talk to them.
Just-
like, hey, buddy.
If you get to choose whether or not it escalates.
Yeah. I like ladies at my gym dress like VR troopers. Like, they dress like Power Rangers.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if it's a Toronto thing, but like every time I see like a fit lady, she has clothes on that she looks like she's about ready to be an Avenger.
Yeah.
Like she looks like she has a uniform of somebody who's about to sprint
Right.
on. It has like stripes. It's like black and yellow.
Yeah.
It has a cool pattern on the chest of where all the
I
clothing.
like how
all
you
the
tapped
strands
your
lead.
back and you said chest.
Yeah, you know the back's chest. Yeah, sorry. On the back, we're like it's really well put together, but it always looks like they're about to like do something much more serious than what they're about to do.
See, that yeah. admiration is also part of the parcel and wish that you had somewhat of a fit body so that you could dress somewhat similar to that. No?
I don't know. I'm sorry. You lost me. I was still stuck on how to call the chest a back. Sorry. Keep going.
I'm just saying, the super fit,
Yeah.
mostly ladies that dress like Power Rangers. You're right. Super fit dudes do not dress like the they don't have the Power
They just
Ranger
have
look.
a big tank top.
Yeah.
Like that's their Power Ranger suit. It's a huge loose tank top.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you're right. Ladies, like athletic ladies now have a Power Ranger look.
Here, yeah. There's like, hey, what superhero do you want to be tonight?
Yeah, that is so
I'm the
true.
Silver Surfer today. I'm Catwoman this day.
Man, when did that happen?
I don't know, but I don't mind it. It's really cool.
It's like cosplay
It really, yeah.
at the gym.
It is. Dudes, on the other hand, it's like, here's my shorts,
Yeah.
and here's my shirt. That's about it. And here's my gallon. We have the Giants at my gym walk around with like gallons of whatever, of water and shit.
Water, yeah.
But that's pretty standard.
That's fine.
Yeah.
No one.
I actually like being in a gym, man. Gyms are like, as long as I'm doing what I'm supposed to, just feel like everybody's on a singular goal.
Yeah.
You know, it feels good.
Yeah, it's cool.
good.
It's just some level of community, except
Yeah.
for people who wear flower pants.
People who sweat a lot, I'm not a big fan.
Really?
Yeah, because they'll touch something and leave it sweaty, like a bench press, and it's just just shining, and then you gotta spray it and wipe it off.
Yeah, but they're supposed to do that before they leave.
No, not in my gym. Nobody ever wipes their own shit down.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I thought you go to a fancy gym.
Smaller gyms I go to a Good Life. It's just in a fancy spot.
Oh, okay.
But smaller gyms, they have like that culture. My gym is just ringworms. It's just, you want a ringworm?
Yo, alhamdulillah, so
Sit on
far I have not gotten a ringworm yet.
Oh man, you'd know.
Yeah.
You'd know. It becomes like a circle. It's like, it's itchy,
Yeah.
and it's like 3D. It like comes up, and it's a ring. It almost feels like there's something under your skin. That's a ringworm.
Yeah, I'm glad that doesn't happen.
You can give somebody the ringworm. If you get the ringworm and you like have a nemesis at work, you know, that IT guy you tell me about every now and then. I don't know if he's still there, but
I mean, he's still there.
you can give people ringworms. You know, it's so contagious. Yeah, it's very easy to give people ringworm.
Yeah, it shouldn't. But don't gyms shut down when someone gets ringworm?
Not at all. Have you ever?
Staff. They'll shut down for staff.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, because I was talking to someone at my school
Right.
for jiu-jitsu, and they said that if there is a staff thing, they have to.
Yeah, I think
shut
staph
it
is
down.
like a bacterial infection.
Yeah, they gotta shut that down.
And then like a ringworm is like a fungal infection. And then the ringworm can't, like the worst it gets is like you gotta put a ton of athlete's foot everywhere. and
Everywhere. I thought only in the spot that you got it.
You'd be surprised if I have a ringworm here where it actually else might be on me.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you figure out ways to prevent it during your
Yeah,
career?
actually Sensen Blue, the shampoo,
Okay.
you heard of it?
Yes, I have.
So that has antifungal stuff, but really the best way is soap and shower after every time you roll.
Okay.
Because it's other people's sweat.
And you
If-
weren't doing this?
I would do it, but just, you would get ringworm, right? You shower, you wipe yourself, you have the ringworm rash right here, you don't know what it is, you dry yourself with your towel, you hang your towel.
Yeah.
You might use that towel twice.
Right.
The second time, you and whoever else is using this towel gets the ringworm. My brother got ringworm from me.
Yeah.
You just have to, like, be somewhat careless and always just be conscious. If you aren't conscious that you have a spot right here, you put on jeans today, tomorrow you put on different jeans, you might just give those jeans some ringworm,
Oh my
and it'll be
God.
there for a minute. It's not going to be there forever.
How long does it... Oh, what's the...
As long as it's moist and dark,
Yeah.
it can live.
Jeez.
So, like, you wear... Yeah, that's why it gets on your foot, right? You wear a sock, it's moist and it's dark, and that's how it just stays. So if you get it in some place that's easy to keep moist and dark,
Right.
it just lingers.
Okay. I've taken a couple steps.
You got that soap?
No, I haven't... No, I'm just eating kimchi.
Okay.
I take a probiotic supplement.
It makes a bit... Having a strong immune system is a...
Yeah. I never take a shower before jiu-jitsu.
Too bad for everybody you roll with.
No, I'm generally fresh. You know me. You know me.
I like
I'm
how you
hella
would
fresh.
even for the joke, you're like, say, that's a lie. I'm so clean.
And then, yeah, because the thing is that if you take a shower before you go, you clean all the good bacteria in your skin that fights off ringworm and staph and all
Oh, I
that
didn't
stuff.
know that. Ah.
Yeah. Because like your skin has like bacteria flora on your skin. And so
Right.
when you go take a shower, you clean that off. And it takes a while for it to build back up on your skin.
No way.
So if you take a shower before and then you go into jiu-jitsu, it's you're more susceptible
Very
to
cool.
to that type of thing.
So this bacteria flora, when you have a baby, like if a couple has a baby, they want to give that baby and put it on your bare chest, so you can give your bacteria flora to the baby.
Right.
Yeah, crazy.
Dads or moms?
The people
I
I
feel
was
like
around,
it'd be
they
moms.
did it with the dad, but I guess you could do it with the mom.
I feel like you'd want to do that with the mom more.
Why do you think more with the mom? Just out of curiosity. Neither one of us is a doctor, but tell me.
All right, because the mom made it,
Right.
you know, and so it's probably like that is the only reason. I don't think you need to be a doctor for you,
I think it's a good enough reason.
right?
That came out of her. Might as well.
I feel like the dad in this
Yeah.
is supplementary flora. Like you get it from the mom, you're good.
Sure.
But if you want like an extra layer, you know, dad, you
Why
can come
not?
and do it, right?
Right.
And if that's the case,
Yeah.
if that's the way how it works, then you should get the whole family bare chested.
Okay.
Just walk in there and be like, "This is the cousin. We're gonna pick up his flora."
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Just
He lives
pass-
in the jungle. It's good flora. It's the strongest.
Someone flew in from Mauritius. You get that tropical flora.
Yeah.
Kid's gonna not, and the kid's never
Your
gonna
kid's
get sick,
be
bro.
so sick at the first month of being alive. How many kids are you gonna have?
I don't know.
Sorry, I'm messing with you.
Just based on my own personal experience, I would like more than one.
Okay, good call. That's my only goal too.
Yeah.
I have no like more than one. If I get to 2, great. If I get to 4, I'm gonna be like, shit, I gotta wear more condoms. What's happening? I'm not trying to have 4 kids.
You gotta give up those Indian condoms.
Yeah, man, those Duralexes, Indian condoms. I tried to talk about that on stage the other day.
Yeah.
You really had to explain it. People got there.
Yeah.
But some people were like, what's wrong with... Like, one girl was like, I don't understand what's wrong with Indian condoms. Like, I talked to her afterwards. I was like, see, India has 1 billion people. And then she was just like, well, I think everybody should be allowed to make condoms. Like, fuck you in the face. She was the only one, though.
She was white, no doubt.
Yeah, she just didn't want me to make fun of Indians.
It's
Or
one of
their
those-
condoms.
It's
Yeah.
one of those types of people.
I wasn't even making fun of Indians. I was just saying, if you're a
Relax,
country of 1 billion people,
Relax.
you don't make the best condoms. Do I need to say this?
Also, what? Yeah. Why are you hanging out in a comedy?
Yeah, just waiting to get offended.
It's the wrong place.
I'll offend you. Yeah, no, you know what? People are pretty, like, very few comics talk about anything edgy. I didn't even realize that was kind of edgy. That's the only reason it bothered me. So certain
Dude.
things I say,
Like, the people that you're going up
yeah,
with.
yeah. Some people, like, I don't mind some people get mad because I'm like, yeah, that was a little edgy. But this one, I was like, you're stupit.
All right. Do you have a quick edgy joke that we can close this off?
No, because every edgy joke you should build up and kind of explain yourself, right?
Just throw
You can't just throw like a quick edgy one. If you think about all edgy jokes, like a guy has to explain it for a minute. Yeah, right? Like you have to explain everything. So no is the answer.
Fair enough.
How's this? Does your mama know you're gay?
Oh, hey.
That's the only answer. Yeah. All right. Cool. That's all I got. That's what they used to ask me in middle school. I never really had an answer. You can't say yes.
Yeah.
Can't say no.
Right.
He was like, what?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. You went. Okay. All right. Cool. Well, I'm glad I answered properly. on
Well,
that
you
one.
know.
Yeah.
I was hoping you'd say something else, but.
There's nothing else to say. See, I was bullied when I was a
You
kid.
could have said, like, does yours? You know?
Yeah, but that one's too easy, right?
No, I'd probably make it, work out. And that'd be like, I would say something like,
You don't want to do the you don't want to have a comeback
Mhm.
because there is a pretty brutal
Yeah.
comeback joke to a comeback.
obviously, that's why you want to come back.
Yeah, but you don't want to set that other person up. That's why I don't send it back, because if
Yeah.
I send it back, then you open up yourself for the comeback joke. So what I do is that I kind of like you make it fizzle on this direction, like the
Right.
direction that coming to me. I
Like-
make it fizzle.
Yeah, you're like,
kinda
you
go
got
through
me.
and then that's it, because
You don't want to
obviously
escalate.
this would be different.
Yeah. Today.
Yeah,
See,
because
for me, it wouldn't. I don't know if I'd be like, all right. I don't want to get a fight with a grown ass man.
I don't want to get into a fight, but at the very least, my biggest thing was, oh shit, we don't have enough time. Do we? It's 58.
Whatever.
I cut some stuff out.
What's your biggest thing you were saying?
It's not my biggest thing. All I'm saying is that it's important for people to know to some degree how to fight, because when you make the decision to go to, all right, I'm going to de-escalate. It's, at least for me, it feels better that you make that decision of de-escalation with the thought that if it did go somewhere else, that you'd be able to handle that as well.
Right.
Because if you're de-escalating on desperation, it makes you feel, at least for me, it didn't make me feel good. Like you're like, I can't let this go any other way.
Right.
Because I don't know what I'm going to do. So when you go and de-escalate with that thought in your head, it's not a good thought. It's not something that sits well with you later on.
Right.
But if you're de-escalating because you feel like that is the best way to do it, and should it go the other way, you have a plan for that as well. But you're just trying to be smart, and like you're trying to, like, same thing. You're trying to stay safe. You don't want to get into a fight. None of those things. But making that decision with that other thought in the back of your head definitely makes you sit well. Definitely it sits well in your head afterwards. And that was one of the main reasons why I even started jiu-jitsu. There was that one day that I was walking in downtown, and my decision to turn around when I saw some people walking towards me, knowing in my head that I did that because there was zero preparation for what could have happened. Whereas like now, if that same thing happened, I'm still turning around. Like the decision is still the same. It's still a smart thing to do would have been to turn around, but that decision was based on more of like a calculated plan, and this is the best thing to do, as opposed to like literally run away.
Yeah.
And I think that's important for some people. It might not be important for other people, but like for me, it's like a huge thing.
No, I think it's absolutely the right way of looking at it. Next time you're in that situation, what are you going to do?
I'm not going to be stupid and just
I'm still going to cross the street and walk, but I'll still walk.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's a smart thing to do.
Yeah,
it makes all the difference in the world just knowing that I have an option.
Yeah.
I don't need to use it.
Exactly.
I'm going to try not to use it.
Yeah.
But it makes all the difference to you later on in terms of how you view the situation and yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
Because now you're doing it because it's just a smart thing to do, not because it's your only option, right?
That being said, I kind of stood in front of someone that was doing Muay Thai.
Yeah.
And they can hit me really easily.
Yeah, they can hit you from anywhere. You're like, hey, I don't like this.
Yeah, so if you're gonna, like, you don't know people's. There's the other thing that you were trying to say, like, a very long time ago. People overestimate their physical ability in most physical endeavors, unless they do it on a regular basis. People who don't know how to fight think that they would do a lot better in a fight than they actually would.
Yeah.
People who think that they would think that they could grapple really well than they would actually would.
Yeah.
You're horribly underprepared for that level.
Yeah.
and doing things will help you understand how horrible
100%.
you are.
And I don't even know how people, if there are like 10 things that you know people can do with your body, you would say, oh yeah, no, I can't do a handstand, I can't cook that well, there's a lot, I can't fix a car. But fighting, people automatically, I've seen people fight, I could fight.
Right? Exactly.
It just happens.
Kick his knees, bro.
Yeah, I fought. You remember fighting as a kid? Like, I fought somebody. But like in an actual fight with a grown-up who kind of has an idea of what they're doing.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you might. That's where I'm like, people have no humility. Like, I remember a buddy of mine, he's like, yeah, I was having dinner with my girlfriend and this guy was staring at us. And I'm like, what are you looking at? And I was like, that's one way to go about it.
Yeah.
That's one way to go about it.
You don't want to do
and
that.
And I was like, what if he got in your face? He's like, then we'd fight. I was like, all right, man. I know you can't fight. He's like, I know.
Even when you can fight, you might not be able to fight the way how that guy fights.
He might be a biter. You better know what to do physically. That's how people get hurt, man. In Toronto, I see it every now and then, like a guy laying on the floor like he got beat up.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
Saturday nights.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
It is what it is, bro.
Yeah, I've never seen somebody, I'm like, whoa, but like every now and then I'll just see a guy who got in a fight on the floor. I'm like, yeah, that guy got beat up. Drunk folks.
All right, people, don't get beat up.
Don't get beat up.
Avoid fights.
And watch or read The Count of Monte Cristo.
Oh, yeah.
Don't eat no slugs.
Don't eat. Yeah, that's a strong takeaway.
That's the one thing. If you got nephews, you don't have to tell your nieces. They ain't gonna even try. Your nephews, though, just let them know. All right, boys.
Stupid.
Boys, don't dare each other to.
Don't do that.
And then don't lie about it later and make a covenant.
And that's the way how that went.
Yeah.
All right, people. Thank you for listening to the podcast. Thank you for subscribing and listening and following on Instagram. We're trying to do a little bit better job on Instagram. So the stuff that we talk about on the podcast, trying to have that already up on Instagram. So when we're referring to things here, you can go on the Instagram and you'll be like, oh, that's what these guys spoke about. Right. And one of them, the most recent one that I put up was the volcano eruption thing.
That was really cool. The shockwave.
Yeah. So that's up. But we'll put some more things over there. Hopefully keeps you guys entertained.
Cool. We got Full Out HP coming on the podcast. We're also going to have Comedy Brawl winner Leonard Chan coming on. So stay tuned.
Oh, and we have that other guy too. Super happy.
Yeah, I don't know his last name. Hisham something.
Hisham.
Kalati? Kalata?
I don't know.
Hisham.
Hisham the happy man.
Hisham the happy man.
Smile like $1 million.
He's got a great smile.
Yeah, he does. Anyway, people, take care of yourselves. We'll be back in a week. Good night.